happy.
I think you're mute, Cody. So
He
don't even know how to work the mic. Jeez.
He's too busy looking at himself.
Right, boy.
Terrible.
Good. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody told me I was really handsome today, and I really like. I took that to the head.
Now, that was very sweet of them.
That was
Like, yeah,
very
I'm
nice
handsome.
of
I'm
them.
handsome. They don't even know my name no more. They just be calling me handsome.
Oh my
You should
god.
play the Chance the Rapper song when you get ready in the morning. Affirm yourself,
I
King.
look good. I look handsome.
No, that was 50 Cent. 50 Cent said that. Give
No, but Chance the Rapper has a song too.
You just have to bust up about Chance
Right.
definitely has a song where he's saying that shit.
Oh
Stuff.
yeah, he do got something saying that.
Thank you.
Shout out to the channel 07, was it 079 channel? Shout him out. Yo, what's the word live on November 8th? It's your boy Cody. I'm here chilling with none other than the. Is it against like some type of movement if I say call y'all my co-host beautiful, or I gotta say
You
lovely?
asked this before. We went through
Yeah.
this. No.
I ain't been on here in a while. I gotta know because I got in trouble for the Telemundo joke. So
Because that's racist. This is a compliment.
Definitely racist.
We're
I
gonna
don't
talk about
play
that
with you
more
like
nicely.
that. Don't play with me like that.
Shout out to Bree specific in the comments, girl. I was
What's
on
up?
Nice to have
the
you
mic, but
back
I got
though.
demoted. I got demoted before the show started.
I got fired last week. I mean,
Talk about some Jay.
The things that happen when Cody comes back.
Jay,
I'm
I don't play with you
hashtag
like
put
that.
Cindy in the middle though. Hashtag.
Look at y'all.
it's
I,
nice
Alright,
to see
I
you. It's nice to have you back.
try to get Cindy her own piece of content. She
wow. Okay, record that. Shay, producer, put a timestamp there.
it's over.
No, it's not over with. I got
We
it
go
on record.
to
Cody's giving
we
me my
go
own
to
content.
we go to the first piece of business of the day, Shay.
That's intense.
Now,
Wow.
for real though, how was y'all weekend though?
Boo! I don't even want to do no research on that. That was my weekend.
Dang. Well, you fired me, but I went to an event on behalf of what's the word?
After you was fired,
After I was fired because you know I'm loyal like that. Leo, big Leo. The event was dope. Shout out to Ashford Agency. They invited me to an event at the Glam Room. The event was actually it was really nice to see. It was a woman by the name of Selena Guerreras. I hope I'm saying her last name correctly because yeah. But the event was about financial literacy within the brown and black for women, black and brown women. It was beautiful. They did some money management tips if you're an entrepreneur. And she just pretty much just gave us tips on how to network and all of that. It was really dope to see because you don't see a lot of women doing that, especially Hispanic women. So I really liked it. Shout out to
That's
them.
dope. That sounds dope.
sounds very dope. Sounds
I
very
need
dope.
that because I need to grow these bank accounts exponentially.
Cindy,
Okay.
For sugar daddy. No, I'm just
what
playing.
about you, B?
Uh, my weekend was okay. You know, nothing. Oh, I'm out of my mind. I went to New York. Quick little.
Right.
I went to Jayy City. That's Jay Marie City. I
That's
had
my
to go
city. I was
check
gonna
in
say
with
you
a
in my
couple
city.
people, make sure I was straight in the streets. But no, I went to New York. Kicked it with a very dope homegirl who is like the shit. If you ask me, one of my friends that definitely inspires me, and I think it was right on time. Got a lot of good ideas off. Planted a lot of seeds. I did a little. Y'all know tarot cards, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't do tarot cards, but it was similar to it. We did like an animal medicine card reading, and
Hmm.
it read me. It affirmed everything I know that's going on. It shed light on people in my life that are deceiving me. So I feel I am awakened as I come into this week.
Look,
What y'all be saying? I love that for you.
Yeah, it
I
was
love
really
I
good.
love tarot card readings. I feel like they be on point. They be on point.
Nah, they know they should unless you're a
Uh,
scammer.
now
I
they
think
all gonna be on point.
No, everyone I've had has been on point except for this one. It
Mine
was this
too.
old white lady, and I think I went to her when I was like
That's where you
18.
went wrong.
That's exactly where I went wrong. She
You're
told
not
me I was
supposed
a
to say
stripper.
no.
She
You're not
told me
supposed to.
I think maybe I was
No,
a stripper in my past life. Maybe she was on to some, but I was a stripper who had slept with a lot of men, and I needed to reroute my life. And she said all this in front of my mama too, and I'm just sitting there like, this is
I'm
crazy.
not getting no reading from no white woman. It's
And
never
y'all
happened.
wait.
Not no white people in general. How they supposed to connect with your
So,
ancestors?
so we just talked about not being racist
That's not racist.
earlier.
This is different. This
That's
is
a
about
preference. That's not racist.
spirituality. Your spirituality. How they supposed to connect? How they supposed to connect with your ancestors and their ancestors was oppressors? How does that work?
We ain't getting no sponsors, no more sponsors. Shout out to the ones we got, because man,
I'm just saying, it's true.
y'all starting off crazy.
I can. I'm
How was
sorry.
your weekend? How about that, then? Since we
Yeah.
crazy, you
How
talk
was
about
your
your weekend,
weekend? Because
boss.
I'm
My
gonna get
weekend
fired
was
again.
my weekend was productive. I've been to the gym. I want to say what's today, Wednesday. So I worked out. I want to say 4 days straight.
Shout out to
Um,
you.
Shout out to
so
you.
I've been back in the gym heavy. Yeah, my weekend was cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to catch up on life. So weekend was small.
Your
That's
weekend
that.
was.
I ain't
Whose
gonna tell
weekend
y'all
was
what I
cool?
really did, but I'm a smirk, so you know what really happened.
I ain't really do nothing. I was chilling.
That's what they all say.
Trying to get back into the mix. You know what I'm saying?
He was
Well,
out here
welcome back.
firing people all weekend, so
I did not fire y'all.
you did fire me.
Just said
I have
y'all.
it on record.
I said y'all just can't come back.
Did you ever check that email? I think Bree sent you some legal papers.
Nah, Bree sent me something else, but she got taken care of. She all right.
Oh, okay. Don't be out here trying to do my girls dirty.
Don't do nobody dirty. Don't do nobody dirty. Don't do nobody dirty.
Well, what's to the topics this week, boss?
Topics this week, man. So I'm back. So we going off script.
You know,
AKA be prepared.
Be prepared. Like, no, you gotta talk
I'll
about
be
something.
coming at you.
You
I
better
don't
know what
know.
you know.
I'll try to see what we coming in. What we gonna come in hot at? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Your boy, your boy,
Who's my
boy,
boy?
your boy Keith Lee. He sent up Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Then him and Ocho got him and Ocho Cinco Chad Ocho Cinco Johnson.
Mhm.
Uh, commented on Keith Lee blowing up Atlanta and said he wasn't really fucking with it. He don't like how he did the businesses. He think you turn around black business, you shouldn't speak on it publicly. His daughter came back around and checked him and told him like, "Nah, we team Keith Lee." And Chad offered an apology. You know what I mean? So I think we got a clip from that. Let's see this clip. Let's see how we got the clip.
Yeah, let's see what the daughter had to say. But I feel like we need to give space to Keith's response because I think he responded for even put chat on live because I retweeted and I said, and that's how you clear a bitch because Keith talked this shit.
Okay.
That's how you.
How you clear a bitch?
That's how you clear a bitch.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
You crazy. That,
Oh,
that was
that
that
was
was a nice. That was hey, listen. That was a nice little read though. That was a nice little read. That was
yeah.
a nice little read. I appreciate that. I love you.
He did what he had to do. Somebody said he worked you like a shift. I'm crying.
Stick shift.
That's
Yes.
okay, man.
And matter of fact, I'm back on the show. I'm back on the show tomorrow.
I
I'm on
know.
there with Unc tomorrow. So
I'll
we gonna address it tomorrow.
I'll be tuned
We gonna address it
in.
tomorrow. Symphony, he's an MMA fighter. So am I. Yeah, we all got that resume of fighting. Somewhere down. We got,
He, he,
we got
he ate you up. I ain't gonna lie, he did.
Hey, that was a good one. He ate me up buffet style. He got me. That was a good one. Nigga, the wordplay is phenomenal.
They,
He
he's
should
super
rap.
calm.
Yeah, super calm with it. Hey, he crazy.
Well, it's good to know Ocho know he got red for filth, and I feel like Keith did it with so much tact. You know what I mean? I feel like when you come and clear people, like so many people respond out of emotion, and I
Mhm.
think he did it with receipts. Like your opinion's your opinion. Here's what happened. But why you only talking about how you feel about something negative? Like I didn't did this, that, and the other. Business is $40,000. Customer, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm happy to see Ocho just and spoke because he did read.
I think that's what happens when you don't do your research and you just speak out of, like you said, he spoke out of emotion and we saw it because then he came back like, nah.
Um, I think personally, I'm glad these two black men was able to do this humbly with each other and like really like give each other grace, really had this dialogue. But personally, I only think this is a big deal in the reaction because they're celebrities, right? And they have these huge platforms because that is a normal conversation between people. I'm gonna do or say something, and you're gonna react based off the knowledge that you have. And it's gonna take for someone or like something to happen to you to get more knowledge and you come back to apologize. So and I think it's and oftentimes I don't think it's oftentimes I think people be tweaking and it never gets to a point where people like men can usually have a dialogue where it's like okay, I see where you come from, my bad. But I really didn't think it was such a huge big deal like that because it's like that's how I look at it. Like he spoke on something. We all do it all the time. We see something that we don't like, but we only know this part of the story, and then it's just dialogue. It's just dialogue over the internet, and I think that's how a lot of internet things should be solved. Like no one disrespecting nobody, no one called each other their name. They just spoke how they felt.
Mhm.
By them not being able to communicate with each other in real time, you know, it came back full circle. So if you spoke about me on the internet,
Put it
apologize.
back. Yeah.
Apologize to me. I'm gonna speak about you on the internet. Once you get everything come full circle, you apologize on the internet, and now it ain't nothing. I don't think it's nothing.
Yeah.
It won't be a big deal.
No, I agree, but I think what you said about how people speak out of the knowledge they have, I think this was a teachable moment, not just for Ocho, but for everybody. Like, I don't even know if Ocho more so spoke out of emotion than he did just what was trendy. Because if y'all noticed, like when Keith got done in Atlanta, a lot of people were bashing him, talking about all you're doing is tearing down black businesses. And it started with the black businesses that got the bad reviews. And so I feel like Ocho didn't even look into anything. He just saw like, damn, this nigga tearing down black people and repeated something he heard as if it was fact. And that was the problem right there. Had he went and read up on it himself, had he like really Googled Keith himself first, he would have, I don't even think that Club Shay Shay moment would have happened. He never would have had anything negative to say because he would have already been informed. So I
Mhm.
think that to your point, like that's another thing like we as people need to do before you so quick to talk. Ask yourself, do I even know what I'm talking about? Like is anything I'm about to say even valuable to this conversation? You know what I mean? And half these moments could literally be avoided from jump.
Truth, but he has a platform though, so that's what he has to do on the platform. He has a platform. He get paid to go viral, get that and everything. So a lot of times when you speak on these platforms that we have, like I say, like you got to put full disclosures. Like this is not journalism. We're not CNN. We not that like probably the most journalistic person on this platform is Jay Marie right now. You know what I'm saying? So shout out. So and it's the same thing with like Ocho and Unc. Like they just really just going it's raw conversation. So you get that raw conversation.
And I
Um,
think it's people are allowed to have their opinions. I think it's the whole even just the other restaurants bashing him for speaking his mind. Like we don't always have to be like I get the whole point of like don't bash black businesses, but at the same time, like we're allowed like everyone is an individual. You could ask your friend, you're gonna ask your friend, like, hey, you went to that restaurant. If the restaurant is popular and be like, yo, what was your opinion about it? It's no different. I mean, people do mainstream culture does food reviews all the time. Like, so what's the difference between him doing it and somebody from another community doing it? It's no difference. He makes
anything,
money.
anything you want to say to that, Cindy?
No, I agree.
Yeah, I just and this could be a conversation before Black History Month because I don't want to have it on Black whenever we have Black
So
to big up our Black people. But honestly, it just goes back into the accountability that we have in the Black community. In 2023, our biggest setback is not even really systematic or demand no more. It's just we don't want to take accountability and do.
you finna walk down that path Kanye walked down. Better be careful, my brother.
It's just
Kanye got on here and told everybody slavery was a choice. Oh, do you tread behind them?
He got on here and said that to remain a slave for 400 years. He said not in the sense of change. You read that whole clip. He said not in the sense of change and stuff like that. He said, but for mentally to being a slave for 400 years, that becomes a choice. And I still can't believe like the black people that ridicule him publicly, and we talk about doing your own research. If you look at that clip, he doubled back. That was one of the first time I ever seen Kanye double back when he tweaked and said something and tried to make sure you understand what he was saying and not just rant. He said not in change, not in change. He said mentally. To remain 400 years mentally is a choice.
That's what I was just about to say. Most people who ridiculed him didn't even go watch the full clip.
Yeah, and he was pretty much valid as at some point in time within the information age, like how you just spoke on doing your Google and just doing your research. Like at some point in time in this age that we are with all this information and things that's at us at our fingertips, like you should be able to make it like you're making choices. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again and somebody's telling you this wrong, somebody's telling you don't get a car, somebody telling you fix your credit, somebody is constantly blasted all over social media, don't do this, don't sign a record here because record label is constantly blasted over social media. And if you keep doing it, it's your choice.
I think I agree. So I don't want to make it seem like I disagree. But I think that's a slippery slope to go down because you can see something all day long. You can know is wrong. Like we could use the basic example how to be like, your parent tell you don't touch the stove, it's hot, but you just gotta touch it to see for yourself. Like you can see the information all day long, you can get all the warnings in the world that you want. But when something's in your face, like you ain't scrolling on IG right now, you in your face, somebody got a contract in your face, somebody give you $100,000 to do X, Y, and
Mhm.
Z. It's like that subconscious takes over. Like your psyche just tweaks out, and like it takes a special type of person to be like, nah, I remember I can't do X, Y, and Z. You gonna take the money and run, my boy. You gonna touch that stove to see if it's hot because you just got to know for yourself. You ain't never had this moment before.
That is cool. And I receive everything you're saying, City
You
Beast.
know,
But is it or is it not a choice to sign or
it is. I didn't disagree with you. I'm just saying
you made a choice. You made your choice based off you had all the information put in front of you, you had the resources, what you could do to do it, and this is how you went about making that choice.
because most times people make choices off of feelings instead of logic.
Mhm. Or
However
the
you decided to
situation
make that
too.
choice, it's on you. If it wasn't a forcible choice, once again, the chains, when he made the chain, it wasn't a forcible choice, a gun to your head, somebody breathing like life or death situation, you us today have the ability to do our due diligence, to do our research, you know what I mean, to take time and be patient and really think through the choices we make. And that goes back to accountability. So those business owners, you got into business to be a restaurant food business. And in the era where, to Jay's point, views are at an all-time high, content is all-time high. You got it. What you have to be on top of your that's Yelp. We call Yelp. People do
Mhm.
stars. Like you get in the restaurants. The key thing is to be on point, right? It's customer service. That's on you. You could have controlled that. Don't blame somebody else because they have power. They voice have power and they spoke it because obviously it's hella people in Atlanta that agree with a lot of that shit. A lot of what
Yeah.
he did.
That
Cardi
was
B
the
came
thing
out
too.
saying
It's like think about how many people agreed with him.
So
Like
many.
so many people were saying if you're not a celebrity, they treat you like you nothing. Can't even so
Can't
I
even
mean
get brunch on Sunday.
all I'm gonna say is this. Atlanta restaurants in general, just work on your customer service. Like, because I feel like even if so, say you know how people they'll judge the food, they'll judge like how long it took the food to come out, etc. But if you have great customer service, like the likelihood of getting a bad review or somebody putting you on blast is going to be smaller because the customer service was great.
Yep.
people will give
I
you
agree.
people will give you grace because they like you. Look,
Yeah.
y'all do it to me all day.
Next topic, please.
I give people this all day. Cause I know I ain't rap too tight sometimes, but if you somebody's doing something with love and they doing something they understand with grace and understanding, like you gonna get past. But if you just like the fuck you tell, I'm gonna get out here and tell the world your food, your
Right.
macaroni tastes like shit. Woo!
Cause listen, I'm triggered. People
Okay.
just I went through that today. We're gonna go to the next topic.
So speaking of triggering and people telling people
Triggered.
they ain't shit, Rob49 took his Instagram live. Rapper Rob49, y'all don't know who he is. Up and coming rising artist in the hip hop space. Had a show or walkthrough in Vegas, and he took his Instagram to blast the promoter at the spot and said like, "Yo, they don't pay me." And this is
Damn.
only good. This is only news because the promoter and the establishment that he was speaking on has direct connections to here at the crib.
Hmm. Wait, let's run the clip.
I think it's like some photos. Let's run
It's
it
just
up.
a
Oh,
photo.
I thought. Oh, okay. I thought he did it on a video. My bad. That's on me.
No, he did a photo. If we don't got time to pull it up right now, you just always go to what's the word.tv. It's on the website. Check the blog. But um, let me ask y'all this: what do you feel in this space? Because we all in the space. What's the right or wrong? You think he went about that the wrong way?
No, he playing with his money. So he's playing with his money. So I would say something, but in the same token, from a business standpoint, was there like now I'm asking questions about is there contracts involved? Did you get a deposit? Like, what were the business steps that you took to ensure that you got your money? Because at the end of the day, what going back to what you said about accountability, he has to hold himself accountable for letting somebody play with his money in the first place because you put yourself in a position to let that happen.
I agree, and I think it takes two to tango. The questions I would ask, at least to answer your question directly, Cody,
Mm-hmm.
is what happened before he came to the internet. Like, was you on this man line? Did you reach out to assistance? Is there a paper trail? Like, did you take the proper steps before you got here? Because if you did, then I understand your back being against the wall. I need my money, and like, it's hard being that person. I feel like when people are in situations like this, 9 times out of 10, you aren't the first person this has
I
happened
was
to.
gonna say that, yeah.
But other people haven't spoken up. So it's hard trying to figure out, like, am I the one that should blast this behavior? And I'm sure Rob probably not even looking at it like that. He ain't trying to say nobody. He just want his money. But there's probably people that's come behind him and had the same experience that are thankful that he did it. So like, it's always a double-edged sword, but I feel like there's nothing wrong with it if he took the proper steps first. If this was the first thing you did, is come on now, like we men, it's business, like it's other ways to handle this, regardless if that person's right or wrong or not.
True, true. But this is and this also like my thing with hip hop though. Like this is my thing that people always that I tell people like that's why I don't really like working with artists and working in hip hop directly like that. Because look at all the hoops you got to go through in hip hop to get paid.
Hmm. I
Like
think that's an entertainment period,
that's
man.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's an entertainment period. Like,
Freelancing and TV, you know how many net 30s, net 60s? Like, no, net pay me right now. Like, my bill is due now. It's not due in 60 days. It's not due in 90. Like, net now. I think we need to make hashtag net now. I'm going to start that movement
so my
because,
question though is that before you hit a stage, before you do a walkthrough, before all of that, why isn't there some type of it? Because I've seen people not go on stage or not do their walkthrough if they didn't get their money. So, like, my question is like, why are they not doing that? Why are they not getting their money before they walk on that stage to ensure that they got their money?
that's true. That's true. They should definitely have that. That should definitely be a thing. You should. I'm not walking out. I come out the bus. I'm like, and they get on stage. And a lot of people do that. A lot of artists, seasoned artists, do that. In this particular situation, I don't know, and then I kind of that's why it's like we use these situations for references, but I be wanting to kind of like take it off of them because we don't know all details. So I don't want to come off as gossiping. Um, but I think like to Cindy's point when she talk about getting paid now, I do understand the pay being a business owner now and getting more in depth into like payroll and like how shit works. The shit is a headache. Listen, I'm telling y'all, I wouldn't do the shit if I was y'all. But
man,
it's like I'm gonna put this a chapter in my book. It's a lot easier getting checks than it is signing checks. It's a lot stress free, and you can do a lot of shit. Just being yourself and just showing up and
I
getting
agree.
and getting paid, opposed to trying to pay everybody else and payroll and taxes and that
People
shit.
act crazy about their money, and you got to figure it out as a business owner. You still got
Yeah,
bills, so you got to budget payroll. You got to budget the lights. You got. Well, anybody got time for all that? But
Crazy expenses.
that is a lot too, because you're paying a lot of people.
yeah,
You're
It's a
paying a
lot,
lot of people their money.
yeah.
and you paying Uncle Sam too. And
Yeah.
but I do think the solution in the music business, and I know personally, is that anything that I've involved myself in, I don't involve myself in if I don't have some type of involvement in the pay system. Well, I try. It's like 75% of every business deals I do, and I first got in this game, people told me I was tweaking, always trying to be in control of shit. But it's for that situation only. Like, yo, if I'm not in the meetings, or if I don't have access to how she's getting paid, or who's paying out, or who's the owner, or who's in control, and who's doing certain shit, I don't really want to be involved because I got so many people that work with me, and if I get dicked, know what I'm saying, they getting dicked, and now they coming at me like, oh shit, da da da. None of it's trustworthy. So it's like I would
It's a
rather for
lot of responsibility.
yeah, I would rather for me and mine to be really in control of all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just
Make
how.
the table. Ain't that for like Hove or somebody told us that? Like, stop trying to. I mean, we got to sit at that table until you make yours. But to your point, like even when you sit at that table, do it with some sort of power, some sort of ownership. You know.
Yeah, and people get scared when you start bringing out when you even start
Contract.
contracts, or just even having those conversations, like especially entertainment, when you start telling people like, yo, this, and this. Well, I know about this. Like you will definitely find yourself out of a lot of rooms showing that you are knowledgeable about how shit go, and that's fucked up, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's crazy. Uh, well, moving on to some shit that's fucked up.
Well,
Right. Nice.
what is this?
Hey, ain't shit more fucked up than life right now. But keep going.
I don't know. Do y'all want to go over Lori Harvey and Damson?
Um,
I'm gonna let Jay go first on that one.
okay, so I'm gonna say this first and foremost. Whoever works for her as a publicist is amazing because I feel like they always have this stuff drafted up, these statements drafted up prior to.
They're so classy.
Yes, they're so classy, but on top of that, it's the whole, we've mutually decided to part ways. And like you could tell this was already written like prior to the breakup, which is funny to me. But one that her shout out to their publicist, but on the other hand, look, I don't knock her, man. Look, if something
I
is no
think. Look.
longer serving you,
Oh,
if something is no longer serving you, why stay? Like,
I thought she was about to say something else because you be on the conspiracy theories.
no, but
I,
I think that was a real relationship. I don't think it was fake.
okay, see, I
Um,
thought she was about to be like, yeah, this one confirms the theory that she only dates
no,
these men for
I
a
just
year at
think
a
they
time.
do precautionary steps prior to the breakups. Like they make sure that they take the precautionary steps, which is drafting up the statements, which is certain things that they just have in order. I just feel like personally, people are always talking about this girl moving from man to man because that's the next conversation after the news is initially broke. But at the end of the day, it's like she's young and why stay somewhere that's no longer serving you? Like,
Well, Jay, we've switched roles today because I'm on the train of this shit. That was a contract, baby, and I ain't mad at it. Get your money, sis. A nice looking man. Because if you think about it, like the theory is that all of these men that she dates, even being in their own superstardom, she elevates their career. She elevates their image. I won't say careers, but she elevates their image. And I think Damson is a perfect example of that. The average time she spends with these men is 1 year. And I want to be clear, if that is what it is, I'm not mad at her. I'm not
I,
shaming her for
I
that.
thought
I
she
think
was with him a little longer than that.
not
Maybe
they were together
okay, so maybe
approximately a year. It might be a little over, but like
okay.
that's the average time she
Because I
spends
feel
with.
like the other ones that okay,
Michael B. Jordan was about a
yeah,
year.
yeah. I was gonna say
Um, I know she got at least one birthday out of Future, so that was probably about a year. Like, you know what I mean? I look at it like this. business is business. And the one thing I do know about Hollywood specifically is like PR relationships are a very real thing. So I'm not saying that this is her truth. I don't know Lori. I don't know Damson. But to know that you come up in an industry and you work where that is a real thing, it now makes it a high possibility, right? And
Hmm.
so if that is the case, get your bag, make that man look good, enjoy them trips, like, and she constantly stays relevant, but not even just because of her dating life. She got a swim line, she's
Let me
constantly
ask.
modeling, she's at fashion weeks, like, I don't
Let
see
me
the
ask
problem.
you something though. How do you? Because okay, you know how people talk about like dating. Okay, you know how some women they will go out with men to nice, very nice restaurants or take these exotic trips, and they don't even like the man. Can you, Cindy, as a woman, take a trip with a man you do not like? Like, so if we're looking at it from an aspect of like
Yes,
PR
see?
relation. Yeah, because I'm just like thinking about it. Like, if this is a PR relationship, like you're saying, how do you spend all this time with somebody you don't like?
Well, one, I don't think just because it's a PR relationship means you don't like them or like you can't grow to like them. Like I think when you spend so much time with a person, like you naturally you find something that gets you through or that you like. Like I don't. And I think she like to your point. I can see exactly why you believe this one because they looked genuine. I don't even say
Yeah,
they looked happy.
they
They
did.
looked genuine. Like the energy around. And then every time they would rumor that they broke up before, we must be born, Cody. The every time before, where they said they broke up, they would pop back up on Instagram in a photo. So it was like they were around. But I don't think it's about not liking them. But could I go on a trip with somebody I like? If I'm being 100% honest with you, no. And I be wishing I was built different. I be
I
wishing I
was
could do
gonna
what the
say, I
girls
don't know.
do.
I can't even do a dinner
But
date with
I
somebody I don't
think
like.
maybe with certain boundaries, like you can take me out the country where we ain't gonna share no room, but then he ain't gonna take you out the country. So it just the answer is no. But I think in my previous life, in my or whatever y'all was telling me before we came on
Your
air,
past
maybe
life.
that girl could, but nah. I don't even I just don't like wasting people's time. You know what I mean? Like it take a lot of energy every day to show up and like manage how you're dealing with the people already in your life. So now you want me to add another man that I don't even like for real, and I got to manage
Right.
how I'm showing up for him just because I want some food or be on the beach. I'll pass.
Cody, if you were famous and your publicist told you you had to date someone like Lori Harvey, men are beyond, hold on though, because men be on the fence about her. Some people feel like she's being passed around. Some people look at it as an accolade to be with her. Would you take the publicist relationship and do that for a year and then be embarrassed at the end of it because now the relationship is over and she looked like, to women, everybody's cheering her on because she's like, they feel like she doing what a lot of women wish they could do.
So no to your question. No, I would not date Lori Harvey if I was a celebrity. I wouldn't date Lori Harvey now. Just be me and Cody. I wouldn't date her now. We could rendezvous, but I probably wouldn't date. Um, um, my main reason for that is because I'm a very private person. I don't like who I'm dating or who I'm sleeping with to be out in the public. Like once it comes like public, that's when I kind of really like. Depending on how it comes public, like if my friends and family, they gonna know because if we bring you around, you know who I'm rendezvousing with. But like if the the world just know on some messy shit, I'm getting up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm real private about my business all the way around. But I think Larry Harvey is just she's just using her youth and her celebrity privilege because any average woman couldn't get away with moving the way she's moving. Like, with that, what I'm saying is that you wouldn't if you're a just say a local socialite, right? I'm not gonna call it celebrity. I'm gonna say a local socialite, right? Um, it's you probably moving around with different guys. You probably got your athletes. You probably got your real your professional guy that got a little money. You got your sugar daddy. You got your roster. Women have rosters too. Like men think they got rosters. Women got their rosters too, right? But oftentimes when you got your roster is private. The minute you start running around the city with this dude and this dude, you lose that power and you so often write this, the men are looking back that like real like men that's not thirsty just to say they got next to you because you got a name, but men that you would probably want to settle down with, that you personally as a woman to be like this type of guy I want, is gonna look at it like nah,
Yeah.
I'm cool. For one, you showing off, and two, it's like it's one thing to know in back of my mind, it's a lot of motherfuckers that have been in it or been with her or got story whatever, right? Everything's up to imagination. It's another thing to see it.
What if she tells you that, oh, that was a fake relationship? I never slept with that person. We never really had any interactions together. It was just fake.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I would rather you not even tell me that because now I'm automatically think you lying.
Why would you automatically think she lying?
Um,
Basic trust issues or
I don't think it's trust issues. I just think it's just being on defense. Being a black man from Chicago, we're
Oh
always
my gosh.
we're always on defense,
black men from Chicago have trust issues.
and
Literally.
we automatically think what you're telling us is lying. Like, and
Yeah,
it's
you
always
think somebody trying to make you like out to be a goofy or something.
yeah, and it's already just a better than like a man code is to like believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Like, man, I
So
think that should be a human code.
so
Yeah.
it's like I don't believe really nothing you're telling me. But okay, I'm gonna take your word for it. But now you not what you just did with that. What you just did with that. If anything else was to come out, right? Anything else was to come out about that situation that you just told me, now you just lost trust in me because you just want to get your word. So I'd rather you be like, ah, you was talking to that dude. Ah, you talking to me? All right, cool. I don't even need to know details about how y'all was talking, how y'all messing around, because what you got going on with dude is what you got going on with dude. What I had going on with Shorty is what I had going on with Shorty. Me and you is present. We working about the present right now. Just keep it there. But when you start adding a little shit to it,
The
you putting yourself in a vulnerable situation. I go ahead because I want that's a good perfect transition to something else.
no, I was just go ahead. It's
You
fine.
sure, Jay?
You
No,
sure?
I was gonna say because you took it somewhere else. Like you
I
initially
thought that too. I was kind of gonna bring it back, but
like
I was gonna rock out. I was gonna rock out.
you definitely took it.
Hey, where you want me to take it though?
All I like you said I don't wanna rock with her because she been here, and I'm saying what I said was if she came to you and let you know like up front what was going on in these so-called
She was never really
relationships,
in them places. She
yeah,
was
she
never
not
really
really in
there.
them.
Yeah,
So why not?
it was an
I
illusion.
I don't know that.
But if
But
she's
that's
known for doing that, like common sense is like that's probably
Jay.
true.
Okay, that's not even common sense, right? Because common sense would be like, cause I can't believe I gotta believe half of what I see and none of what I hear, right? So let's go back to that.
That ain't common sense.
You can be telling me this. You can be telling me this because you don't want me to view you a certain type of way. But then let's say let's not even put that in there, right? I'm just this is my guy brain speaking right now. My guy brain.
It's it his
Where?
His guy Chicago brain.
Or let's look at it like this. I'm gonna look at it like this. Why would I even want to be with a broad that would do some goofy shit like that? Like that shit. Like be honest, that is the goofiest shit. In like just looking at the whole situation, right? You was dating these dudes, getting done, and they was cashing on that shit. You're telling me your whole life is, oh well, men just use me to get clout, to look good.
She
Relationship.
getting something out the deal though. It ain't. That's not all. Like you making it sound like she getting nothing and they the only ones getting something.
I'm not making
Why
this.
they getting it? That
You're
your
telling me
statement just came off like that, Cody.
you're kissing up, hugged up on these niggas in public. This
Yeah.
is gonna be on your jacket. This is on your jacket.
Okay, with my jacket is big bag. I'm not talking about Birkin bags. I'm talking about like cash bags, trips, anything I ever asked for. Best birthdays of my life. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. I'm smelling good. Like,
Hold
That's
up
cool.
though.
That's cool, sweetheart. But that's still in my man brain.
yeah, I get what you're
In
saying, but
my
I don't like
man
how
brain.
I don't get how
That
I
shit
don't.
is
I get what you're saying. I just don't like how you're diminishing what they walk away with. Like, they're literally
niggas. Hold on.
Hold
right.
on.
The girl is the goofy,
The
and the
reason
guys
why
are
he's
just
The
playing.
doing
whole
that,
situation is goofy.
I
the
agree with you
reason
there.
why he's doing that though is because Cody is not looking at it from a viewpoint of like business. You're looking at it from a viewpoint as business. He's looking at it from a viewpoint
I
of relationships.
If you
Two
ask me,
completely
my
different.
girl,
agree.
if
I
you want
agree.
me to, like, I cannot take her serious. Like, and the dudes that did that been with a girl for like you a goofy. You can get a real girlfriend that looks like that. You can do some real shit for her like that and just be a relationship.
But I
That's
think
you.
Cody, that's because
What
we
if they don't want to be in
all
relationships though?
And if
right.
it was and if it was a business move right now for me, no, I would tell my publicist no because I don't want to be number 8 on that list. Now, if this was like what was going on, I found out and she came to me like, okay, I just got a relationship with Future. You know what I'm saying? You know, all right, you did Future, which was with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. All right, let's do it. I'll do it. I could see if I was a third guy on the list, right? Second guy on the list, but I can't be 7 to 8 do this doing this train. You know what I'm saying? This cycle on some business shit. Like it'll just be like, nah, I'd rather just go find another hot chick to do that something that's new and fresh.
I'm gonna tell y'all, like I told y'all the first time Lori came up on one of these lives, I'm just waiting on the documentary, baby. Because at this point, that resume is
Surviving Lori Harvey.
baby, that resume is immaculate. She's gonna have a story to tell. Like if she's the businesswoman that we see her to be, there's going to be a story to tell, and it's going to make buku bucks. And I ain't gonna lie, I will absolutely tune in.
But that goes back to she has her youthful and celebrity privileges.
Yeah.
So on the business standpoint, on who she is and celebrity down, like I love it. I love the fantasy that you're selling. I love what you're doing, and I love how you're getting women to buy into that. Because if you know anything
Is
about
she selling a fantasy though? Because I feel like
Another can of
okay,
worms.
let's take the business out of it. Let's say she's really dating these men. What is so wrong about her knowing her worth and saying, okay, this is no longer serving me. I'm on to the next.
nothing is wrong with that, right?
That's what dating's supposed to be.
That's
So
dating.
I've been told. I don't know.
You're dating and you're figuring shit out, right? I only think the only thing that knocks on this is that you did it publicly.
Anybody that she dates, even if she didn't date someone who is famous,
The
they
business,
would
we're,
still it would
we're
still be
taking,
public.
we're taking the business out of it, right? We're taking all that social shit out of it, right? We're just talking about just dating and being public lovey dovey with every person you date. So if you're talking about a person that if you're talking about if that's what you want, if you just really lifestyle and experiences and shit, cool. Because that has to be spoken on too. If she's just a young lady that just want to be outside, kick it, I'm fly, cool. That's what it is. But if she's looking for something more, she got to understand that when you come to somebody with some looking for something more, all I'm gonna look at that as shit is like, yo, you've been with people for 1 year and you made that 1 year publicly seem like y'all was deeply in love and rooted that y'all could be for the rest of your life, and you did that shit 8 times. So you start thinking about, you start thinking about, and I'm gonna put it like this way. I know this from firsthand experiences, right? The things that I've done with one woman publicly, every woman that I deal with and feel like I'm gonna deal with them publicly or deal with them on a strong level, expect that.
What's wrong with her wanting
It
that?
Well,
ain't about it expecting, but it's like when they start dealing because they will
I
rather
think you're gonna treat them like that for sure. Like,
they
yeah,
want that, right?
people are fickle. But you sparked a thought for me, and I actually think, kind of to Jay's point, is how we're on different sides of like the view lens on this. The thing about Lori is I don't think like in these situations, the bits and pieces that we do get a private life or the rumors that circulate them, it's always the man that wants more. I don't think she's dating because she's looking for a life partner. She's dating to have fun. So these average year relationships are perfect fucking time, and she gets what she wants. The honeymoon phase probably starting to fizzle out. No, I'm not in this for the long haul, so I don't want to sit down and talk about what your next steps in life and this big movie you're about to take and what it's going to mean for the changes I'm going to have to make. I don't want to make any changes. So you know what? This was fun. I wish you well. We'll stay friends. I'll come to the premiere, but we're no longer going to be dating. And the thing that like I think that people are too critical of Lori about, to your point, Cody, yeah, the average woman couldn't move like that, but it's not because they couldn't be equipped to do so. It's because on average we're not taught like that. we're not trained to think like that, and like we don't, it's not even about celebrity privilege, it's about the emotional control that women don't exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Like we could move like the average woman that's just as fine as Lori Harvey, that's a socialite to your example, could absolutely be walking to all these rooms and making every nigga want to kiss her toes. You understand me? But like it's such a rare sighting because life just kind of doesn't work like that. But I don't think that it means Lori Harvey is some special damsel. I think what it is though, she's setting to. I see why you call it a fantasy. I see exactly why you call it a fantasy. But my thing is like it's only a fantasy because we're constantly taught that it's a fantasy. If you catch what I'm saying, like we're not taught that you really could do that too if you knew your worth, if you knew your
Mm-hmm.
power, if you understood that as a woman you possess X, Y, and Z, and you can absolutely make them grovel for it if you wanted to. You know what I mean? I'm not to say every man's gonna bite because every man and every woman aren't each other's cup of tea, but enough will, enough big spenders will, but I don't think she's dating looking for a husband.
So
The rumor was Michael B. Jordan wanted to marry her, and that's why they broke up. She ain't trying to get married. She don't want no ring.
so yes, right. I agree with you that you can women can be fly because I got women homegirls that move similar to Lori Harvey. So
Yeah.
I know what the game breed, right? But I also know what turn is that if there if
I stand with Lolo too, girl.
if you fucking, it's different between fucking and these being a business move. If these are business move, cool. But if you fucking all these dudes, you not moving like that. It's not happening. If sex is really involved,
But that's you coming from a standpoint of your experiences, and again, you not, and I'm not talking down on your roster, but just speaking frank, a lot of the women you fucked have probably been the average woman. When you start fucking Lori Harvey and you meet a woman that actually knows how to compartmentalize in that way, y'all still there. Y'all went out
Well, you
on
got to
me.
remember too, these celebrities, they're not spending a whole lot of time together. I feel like you got to remember they all have busy schedules. So what may seem like a year is probably 4 months out the year that they're really together.
there's one thing about nature, yo. Like nature, money and when money get involved and all that shit cool, right? We got celebrities, you got stars and all that shit. But when you're fucking on somebody on a consistent basis, the way you move around and how shit gonna go is gonna be a lot different than that shit. And that's a conversation for another day. But you not just finna be fucking on somebody for consistent basis for a year, and then just think like, oh well, I'm tired of this. No emotion involved from the send a press release. If it's business involved, yeah, I think all that shit gonna go like that. Like I say,
So what you think
literally
they
no
just
women,
met up privately? Like how
It
you
was
know they
niggas that out.
haven't been
Y'all didn't
broken
hear
up
nothing
for
I
months
said.
now,
huh?
and they just decided to do a press release.
Y'all didn't hear nothing I said.
Nah, we ain't hear that shit.
It was such a good point, Cody. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's cool.
Well, basically, I was just saying that not no shade to your roster, but you probably are fucking the average woman. If you start fucking a woman like Lori who can compartmentalize and do X, Y, and Z, you'll see that business and sex could potentially exist. Like in that standpoint, like when she's dating these people for these business reasons, like your feelings involved, but they ain't that involved. She getting that bag. Like
Hmm.
you got to sell. Women aren't taught to sell men dreams enough. Men are the ones selling women dreams. Start selling these men dreams.
You know what
I ain't saying make people feelings. I ain't saying make them none of that. But like that's what she's doing. She's selling a fantasy. You think it's to women. It's really to men. She's selling a fantasy to the world. It's not just to women. I think that's where the disconnect is.
So you do know when it comes to this as a friend, anytime you start talking about anything dealing with this type of shit, you go mute until you get outside. Okay. So I
That's
ain't back.
right. But we're gonna move on for business sake. Because if I say what I really want to say, this bitch gonna go up.
Until you get outside. So you gotta
I don't need to be outside.
you
I'm a
gotta give me two.
homebody.
I need you to be 2 years and get on your Mackin and your pimping and go through some shit.
I'm a homebody. How you don't even know my life. You don't know what I go through.
Yo,
Stop.
like,
See,
that's
this how you be
say?
telling
You know
the
me,
world stuff about
okay?
me like you know. People,
I,
please don't.
I haven't
Cordero
went
don't
into
know my
detail
life.
about anything. I just
Cordero don't know my life.
we gonna get on here. We
I'm
gonna
going
talk.
through
We
stuff
not
right
gonna
now.
talk
You
like
wouldn't
we
know.
on CNN. We gonna talk like we on BNN.
Oh, okay. Whatever. We on BNN, CNN, all that.
But now we on what's the word? This real people talk. But yeah,
Mm.
you going on mute. But you probably had a good point though. I'm probably sure it's probably
That's
something.
okay. The comments will let you know. Like they said, I was going in. It's
It's
cool though. Cindy's what's the word content. I'm getting my whole separate show, y'all. Y'all don't even gotta worry about all this.
Cindy is good for like podcast talk. Like put her on one of them little relationship podcasts. She gonna sound good. You put her in real life, it's
Sound good.
not none of that shit. That's why I don't be paying her no attention. But she is good for
I
that.
don't be specific. I love when the people out here is rooting for me and telling the truth.
She said,
And
"Father."
and that is not even a. That's not even a flex. That's what's the crazy thing. That's
Actually, it is.
How
Black
you
women
figure
are
that?
now.
not a. All right, it's not a flex. But that's not a flex. Like you can't flex. And that's the thing is, if you got it, you have to like.
I didn't have to do anything.
No,
People
no, you don't
told
have to do
me to.
anything.
Don't
But I'm
even
just
try to
saying,
make
though,
it seem
as
anything.
men, like society is not really ready for men to really do to talk and think like men and be and just
No,
be
I
like
already
yo,
do.
because we will hurt a lot of feelings to be hurt.
Yup. Look,
So basically, you want to hurt my feelings right now. You really.
he's
Being,
trying to cut his
Thank
tail.
you,
sometimes,
Jay.
sometimes being bluntly and being truthfully honest can come off and hurt some feelings. I'll never intentionally hurt you. One of my closest friends. I'll never do that to you.
I
But
appreciate that.
you know what I'm saying? But society's not ready for that talk. That's why we're going to move over to our special guest. We're going to bring her in to the
Yes.
interview. Miss Knight,
Hello.
how you doing? You got the shades on. You locked up. How you? Can we hear her?
She on mute. There we go.
Hey.
Hello. Welcome.
Hey.
All right, what's going on?
No, I'm just chilling.
You just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to your team for reaching out. Right, your team reached out, and you know what I'm saying they wanted us to get a time entry, get you on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for people at home that don't know who are you? Give me some background on you.
Well, I'm Nyla, but the world knows me as Prison Bay. I was locked up, and then my picture started going viral.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long since you've been out?
Okay, so I got out last year in December, but then I ended up going back in August. I went back in August. I just got out last Monday, but now I'm done
Oh
with my
wow.
time.
Welcome
I
home.
went back to finish the rest of my time.
Welcome back. You went out. Sorry, so no, we got to backtrack. Backtrack. So Nyla, where you from?
I'm from Chicago, but I live in Minnesota.
Okay, just like in Chicago, go out of town and get into some shit. So why you go? Why you if you don't mind stating, like, what was your what did you get locked up for?
For a first-degree aggravated assault.
Oh shit.
She out here
Yeah.
beating people up.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Shit,
We got that life.
let me make sure I say these questions right. Shit, okay.
No, you good. I don't even get that. I ain't violent no more.
No more. So then let me ask you this: how did you go back in August?
Oh, because so I got out and I was on a work release program,
Okay.
and like certain stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing. Like I wasn't supposed to be hosting parties and stuff, and I was doing that, and then I got caught up. So they like, you gotta go back.
And they stopped you
Like
from
a violation of like your parole.
No, not even parole. I wasn't even on parole yet. It was work release because that got me out like 10 months early.
Got you.
So I just went back to finish my last 12 weeks I had to do. Yeah.
So you can't get a bag while you free that shit. You should be able
That's what it was. It's like, okay, so I had a job, but it's like, so I called off because I'm making more money in 3 hours than I am in a whole day at work.
Man, what you do? I would need to start doing that shit. Cindy, you want to be outside and shit? You need to start doing like her. So, make some,
Wait, so now I think what Cody's trying to say, just tell us what you into now. Like, so now you out, you got your story to tell. What is your story? How are you presenting it to the world?
So I always wanted to model. So like I'm working on that. Like right now I'm like about to start shooting for a calendar.
No, I don't. Okay.
No, because like I feel like that's incorporated into the prison because looking at calendars every day, marking off your days that you finna get out. And then I just last week I linked with Famous Richard and FYBJ Maine. We did a few skits.
Okay. So you coming into like your entertainment, phase. Like you want to be a
Yeah.
personality.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. You need to take that calendar. I'm gonna give you a little idea. Remember me when you make it, girl. Take that calendar and you can set that up like specific for the audience in prison. You know how
Mhm.
people be sending their people care packages, especially if you're gonna do a little sexy pose or something. You know, the gentleman might want to look at that in the joint.
Yeah,
Tell them,
stay tuned for
tell
that.
their families put it in the care package.
That's actually smart. Let me let's taking it back some like uh how was it when you went like what was your initial reaction when you went viral in prison? That was off the picture.
I was like, so like, so I was on the phone. It was like the first time was like my birthday in 2021. I turned 22, and I was on the phone with my friend. They're like, "Yeah, you going viral," but I'm like, it's not registering me. You know, I'm just happy to tell it's my birthday or whatever. So then like, I go check my Jayy and it's just like hundreds of messages. I'm like, what the hell? So then I go call my mom and she's like, yeah, you done went viral. So then that was the first time. But then Christmas 2021, I went viral again. That's when Shade Room posted me.
Okay.
So after that, it was up.
So what's up? Like how do
Like,
you benefit from going viral in prison?
like a lot of opportunities were presented to me. Like doing different collabs with people. Even just this last time I got out, like me doing that with FYBJ Main and Famous Richard, that like opened a lot of doors for me. But
But
it's
but like that's like you being out. Like how does it like when you in there? Like when you went viral when you was in there? Like how much time did you have left after you went viral?
so I was 2021, so like a year and some with work release, but 2 years without my work release.
So almost 2 years in prison after going viral and just everybody seeing your face on the internet. Like what did you? How did you benefit or capitalize off that while you was in jail? Like why you in jail? You know what I'm saying? In the cell, going through it.
For real, it really made my time go even faster because it's like every day, like I had something to look forward to because like my JPEG getting flooded with messages, you know. And I used to sit there and read all my messages. Like literally, I never skipped over one. Even like people would write letters to me in there, and then like even the CEOs coming up to me like, "Oh, you prison day now."
No, for real. So was people sending you money?
Absolutely, they had me straight.
Man,
That's
man. So what was like some of like one of the wildest stories that you got of people like reaching out to you?
Okay, so like one person JPEG me like, "I just want you to take control of me and." Like basically want me to treat him like an animal and he'll pay me for it. I'm like, what? This what people do.
Oh, he trying to get you on your dominatrix,
I
you know.
said,
Hey, them dominatrix rates be up there. I say, listen, baby, get it how you live.
yeah.
Did you have a boyfriend your whole time while you was in?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. I mean, okay, so like when I went viral from the second time when Shay Room posted me, that was like my Christmas picture. And then I'm not gonna say his name, but somebody like real well known, he like did the rest of my time with me.
Oh,
So for the people at home that don't know what doing the rest of your time is, explain to that.
Like my whole last year, like he was there for me. He would put money on my books. He answered calls, video chatting, stuff like that. Yeah,
Uh,
just helping me get through my time.
did y'all go ahead, Jay?
No, I was gonna say, people they say they, whoever hold them down while they in jail when they get out, a lot of the times, typically men end up leaving the girl that held them down. Was that the situation that happened with you? How
No,
did
it's like like okay, when you in there, it's like people when you on the phone, it's totally different than real life. Like this man was he's crazy, but we cool though. He mad at me right now, but we cool. Like, but we ain't on that like you know. He cool though.
I'm sending you good vibes. Crazy man, you gotta be careful with that.
I know,
Be
cause
careful.
I used to deal with crazy, and I ain't.
yeah, you don't want to deal with no crazy because then the crazy make you crazy, and then you don't want to do
That's the
that.
predicament
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
right, and that's why I'm just focused right now. No distractions.
You mentioned being focused. You also did learned some skills while you was in jail. You want to talk about them skills that you learned?
Yeah, I went. Joined cosmetology school there, and I got my cosmetology license. Like, it's not even a hair that I want to do. I can do hair, but it's like I wanted to do more of like estiology type stuff. But they
Mhm.
wasn't offering that program at the time, so I did that for like my last 2 years,
Okay.
and I loved it.
Okay. Have you been?
Want to continue doing?
Yeah, but the esthetician part, not the hair and yeah, cause like they taught us how to do nails, they taught us how to do lashes, facials, all that. It's just like really, it's just the waxing for me, waxing and lashes.
Also, you come home and get into it. So let me ask you this. Uh so recently we had this YouTube streamer Cassinet. I don't know if I'm saying his name right.
Hmm.
He was he did 7 days in jail streaming, right?
Uh huh.
And people was like giving him pushback, like, yo, they feel like he's glorifying prison doing that. Like,
Hmm.
what's your take on that?
I mean, I just feel like he's an entertainer. Like he gonna do stuff like that. So he probably really never been to jail. He wanted to see how it is, even though that's not how it is for real at all. Like that was sweet, but I mean, I wouldn't give him no backlash for it.
I now you saying that not because you free. If you was in jail watching that, how do you think that everybody would be
But
reviewing?
I just know that he's an entertainer. Like he's doing it for like entertainment purposes. I don't think he's doing it like to be like, yeah, you
Promote.
go to jail. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you got common sense, you don't want to go to jail.
But for the people, like, a lot of people are saying the youth is like his biggest fan base. So the youth
Hmm.
don't necessarily have that common sense. They don't have that ability to separate like what's fake and just for entertainment with, just what looks cool. Like they don't know how to differentiate. So
Hmm.
what would you tell him? You said it ain't really like that. Like his version of it was sweet. What would you tell, young people that are watching or just kids out there about what jail is really like to help them be able to say, yo, I don't never really want to mess with it.
It gets so depressing in there. Like just random times, like I used to just get depressed, like because like I can't see my family when I want to. Like I have to move when they say move. Like you don't want to live like that. But it taught me structure though, cause like I don't feel like I had no structure. Like growing up, I didn't have no structure. I don't feel like. But like me going there, it taught me like discipline and structure. Like I don't want to go through this anymore. Like you don't want to have to answer to somebody all day long. Like yeah, that prison ain't it.
What are some of those structural habits that you learned and brought home so that like the kids can hear them now and they don't got to go to jail to learn them?
Like just don't be sneaky, because you being sneaky is just gonna make everything worse. Like because like you get away with it one time, you're gonna feel like you can get away with it
Mhm.
again and again and again, but eventually you're gonna get caught. Like yeah.
Mm.
That's what's up. It's a so with where you're like planning and to go, career wise and like using the status that you have now, do you see yourself like taking over a certain type of platform? Do you want to start something of your own? Like I'm thinking about this guy. I don't know his name. I'm gonna look it up. But he did a prison bid and like he like is a super TikTok star now because he makes videos about like things he learned. He
Hmm.
applies like stuff he learned, kind of how you talking about the structure. He applies this stuff to like dating women, like, and everybody just be eating it up. It's like, how do you see yourself? Is it going to be social media based, or is there other platforms you want to get on with the status you have now?
Okay, so I am starting a YouTube channel too, and it's gonna be based off of something that I was doing in prison too. I can't say what it is, but it's coming. I feel like it's gonna be entertaining. It's gonna be real entertaining.
That's what's up.
But then I'm gonna dabble into like music too. I'm gonna start getting into the studio.
Everybody will be a rapper. Everybody
She
will-
might be a singer. Is it rapping or
Got a
singing?
story to tell. Leave her.
It's gonna be rapping.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be
rapping.
rapping.
Hmm.
All right, man. All right, we go. I'm gonna be looking out for you. I'm gonna see if you got bars and you want to. If you not,
No. There's a well-known producer that just hit me up the other day. Like he want to collab and help me. So just stay tuned for that.
so what I'm gonna do is 'cause I'm probably gonna lose my player card and my man card for giving you this information. But if you, but I like looking out for people. So if just giving you these gems, I don't know what dude on. He might not be on that. But you coming back into the world, you coming back into this entertainment industry. This is a whole
Hmm.
other piece. Um, make sure when these people hitting your DMs, make sure they really do business. Because a lot of
For
these people,
sure.
They
Mhm.
making sure they you prison babe, you looking good. You know what I'm saying? No offense, you know what I'm saying? You attract a young lady. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them gonna be just use that. Yo, I could do this for you. I want to do this, get on the track, or I want to get in a video just to get next to you. So be cautious of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Um, I guess another thing I would, because we just talked about like just giving game to people. Can you ever see yourself like mentoring young girls?
For sure. I'm working on that too. Like what's today? Wednesday? Friday I'm going to a high school out here in Minnesota to go talk to some of the high schoolers there.
Okay, they know you coming.
I don't know if they know I'm coming, but I'm coming.
Hmm. Uh, So another thing I wanted to ask, like, because I see people that go viral all the time, right?
Hmm.
Like, are you still like, was it a lasting impression? Do you still feel like if people see you, they still stop you and like want to take pictures?
100%. And then okay, here's something that like people don't know unless like you really in my circle. Like I don't like being called prison bae. I hate it so bad. I wish people would just call me Natalie because I feel like prison bae is like I'm not in prison no more. Like I just want to be Nyla, but it's hard to get that name off of me when the internet like it was flooded with prison bae, prison bae, prison bae.
Mm-hmm. So
So,
what's some steps you taking you to just be Nyla?
well, like everything that I put my name on, like hostings and like just different events that I'm doing, I just say Nyla instead of prison bae.
Damn, I wish I would have known that when
No,
we
it's
yeah.
okay. I promise. First off, and then let me tell you, you got the name wrong too. I look.
We saw that and whoever reached out, so that's on us. So we on it. I for
Because
that.
you call me Nyla Bay, Bay, prison Bay,
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm gonna say prison and jail. Ain't that like an
I mean,
antonym?
they two different things. Jail,
Totally
home, and
different.
prison. Yeah,
Completely
prison
different.
is the joint. That's the big house.
That's two different. No, let me tell y'all though. Jail, that's hard time. Prison,
Yeah,
that's where you want to get to. Like, if you
yeah.
know you finna go do time, prison. Like, you need to get there quick.
You get held in jail. The county is the jail. Like, so what in Chicago,
Oh, okay.
County, Cook County Jail, that's jail. But like when you going down like Statesville and all that, well, even Statesville horrible. But like you want to get out
Oh,
of the jail, out of the local county. Yeah,
that's prison. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm saying Cook
Yeah.
County Jail, a motherfucker, man.
What makes the national news? Shout out to all the guys.
I never want to keep back inside of. So all right, so I gotta get some jokes in. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to the music. Well, since we transitioning to Nyla, before we get to Nyla, I gotta go back to Prison Bay just one last time. All right, I gotta get the little jokes in. All right, so what was your favorite like prison meal to make? You know, they be making like the noodles and stuff like that. So
You
what was
don't even know. Like, I swear to God, my last time now, I'm telling you, we cooking 3 times a day. Like, let me
what
see.
y'all
But
cooking?
got something called Fat Girls. I love Fat Girls. I can't
Oh,
really
girl.
cook prison food. It's hard to cook in microwaves. It's so hard. But it's called Fat Girls. It's like summer sausages. You cook them in barbecue sauce. You put them on a bagel with pickle and pepperoni. Really, whatever you want on there. You
Okay.
know, make your
I be
bag.
doing hibachi and shit. Like I be seeing a little video. They be having hibachi, all types of shit. They was
For sure, yes. Like you go to prison, like they get creative as hell. It's like I had somebody listen. Like this girl made a deal out of Johnny out of Johnny
Shit, melt them together.
I mean, when I pot and Johnny
I knew it. I knew she melted them together, didn't she?
yes, and it looked like the real thing. I was like, what? They came to my cell with it in like a oatmeal cream pie box. What is this? What the hell?
that she was really using it.
I don't know if she was using it, but I think she was just trying to show me that like she made it, like she can make them.
Okay.
I didn't use it; it went in the trash.
Oh, okay.
What's something that you did you tap into your creative, skills while you was in there? Is this
Survival
something that you
skills.
yeah.
Okay, so I learned how to do beadwork. Beading is like a real big thing in there. But I think that's really like a Native American culture thing. But it's like it help your time go faster when you just sitting there beading. So like you be like little medallions.
Okay.
Hmm. So you got like 6 different things you could tap into right now and just run it up.
So, yeah, she got.
Like what I think I did a total of like 49 months
Hmm.
in there.
Okay.
Like,
I'm still on these jokes. Still gotta get mine off. They try about creativity. I gotta get mine off. But
mhm.
no, so I got a cousin. She be in our jail. I ain't gonna say her name, but she be in our
Mhm.
she be in our jail.
Wow.
She on house arrest right now. Y'all probably about the same age.
Mhm.
I love her to death. I was just asked this the other day. Like, what's the female version of jail of dropping the soap?
First off, let me tell you. Okay, so I was in Shakopee. That's in Minnesota. You don't even shower with other females. It's like in the hallway. In the bigger units in the hallways, it's 2 bathrooms. So it's like a shower, and it's a shower with like a bathroom.
Oh,
So
so
it's like that really don't even apply to us.
oh, okay.
Unless you in there, unless you sneak a female in there with you.
But do it be are women like real aggressive with trying to like force themselves on you? You know what I'm saying?
No, not Shakopee. Shakopee, that's a sweet prison. Like that was cakewalk for me, for real.
I said, y'all was in that bitch playing spades and jumping double dutch, huh?
Literally. That like
About the
literally
COs. The COs be trying to get on that with y'all.
absolutely. Like even before I just left, like they got new guards training. One dude got walked off trying to talk to an inmate. It's like, but yeah. I was in a situation kind of like that, but it really wasn't like that. It was like somebody hating and yeah.
So is that like that's like a real thing. They dudes be ready to lose their whole career over some.
100%. Because they feel like they can get away with it.
Do it more than do it always be consensual or they be forcing themselves on the women?
No, it's usually consensual. But it's like you can't consent to like inmates can't consent to it.
Yeah, they don't have that right.
You're technically a vulnerable adult while you're in custody of the state.
Hmm. Hmm. That's intense. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Yeah. So now transitioning out of that, we're going into Nyla. Nyla's getting into music. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how are you planning to approach this music industry?
Well, see that's the hard part because I know nothing about music, but I just feel like that's how I really want to get my story. It's like I feel like music could like really put it out there.
Okay, so who would you say are your top 5 rappers or artists that you're looking at to kind of like mold your career?
Okay, Lil Zay Osama was my favorite rapper. Period. Like he's always been on like since like
Time for the
when.
crib.
Say,
Mm-hmm. Then you got Lil Baby. I love Glorilla. Mm, Lil Durk. I say Lil Durk and Lil Zay because like I just feel like I relate to them a lot.
how so? I've never heard nobody say Lil Zay as some of their favorite rappers.
I love, but
Yeah.
everybody around me know it's Lil Zay. I was like
And
we
I
got
know Zay. I know Zay personally. I just never heard nobody say that outside of him.
Hmm.
Like saying he
Well,
is from.
now you heard it.
What
yeah.
what 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 is it about Lil Zay that makes him your favorite
I
rapper?
feel like he relate to me more than Dirk relate to me. I just feel like we just been through similar situations. Like his music, I feel it.
You feel it? You
You know,
feel?
but like when he first started out, he did more pain songs.
Hmm.
So that's like really more what I felt.
Okay. If you had to say anything to Lil Zay Osama to get him to be on the track with you, what would you say to him right now?
It ain't hard. It's not hard to get him on the track with me.
Ooh. She
Ooh,
said, "Ask about her, Mister
ooh. Wait
Mister
a
Mac."
minute now. Wait a minute
They
now.
already on the
Let
line.
me
The
connect
exclusive
the
coming
dots over
through.
here,
We already.
girl, because you said earlier. What you say
No,
earlier,
it
then?
ain't him though.
Oh, okay.
Not
All
him.
right.
Not
Yeah,
him.
well, I had to clear that up because
It ain't him.
She
Hey,
said she gonna get that feature. Don't you trip.
I
No, we cool
please
though.
shout out to Zay, man. That's family. Shout out to Zay.
Shout out to Zay.
Uh, what I was gonna say. So who would you want to get on the track with? You feel like that'd be hard, but if they did this, it'd just make your life.
I love Raw Wave so bad. Raw Wave. I really love the song with Raw Wave.
All
I
right.
relate to him too. But I feel okay. So like when I say Zay and Dirk, it's because like we from the same city. You know.
Mm-hmm. Nah, rep the crib. Rep the crib. All right. So closing out this interview, and I feel like it's not gonna be the last time we chop it up and be in tune.
Hmm.
Anytime I talk to an artist for the first time, I ask this question: what is that moment you're looking for to be like, yo, I made it? What's that I made it moment? What does that look like for you?
$1 million in my account.
That was the most simplest somebody ever answered that question.
Very good. I like it. You know what you want.
Mm.
Well, where can people find you? Where can we stay in
Y'all
tune?
can add me on. Wait, what you mean, like my Instagrams and stuff?
Yeah, like social sites, whatever you got going on, whatever you're working on. How can we stay in tune with you?
So my Instagram is _Nytheedon _NYTHEEDON. I got a Facebook too. It's Nyla Morel. Morel is MURRELL. I really just be on them too. I'm trying to lean more towards Instagram though.
Facebook be busting. It's ghetto on this.
It do. I love Facebook. You know, Facebook has bitch for real.
Yeah, Facebook be busting. But all right, so y'all, I appreciate your time. We appreciate your time. You know what I mean? Tap in with us, and we gonna be here. Anything else you got going there, let us know. You in the city this weekend, right?
Next week.
Next
Next
week,
week on the 17th.
what you got going on?
Wait, that's not the 17th. Is that the 17th? I'm doing a interview with DJ University, I believe.
DJU.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to DJU. He gonna get real down nitty gritty, so he gonna ask you some shit. So be ready.
You wanna know something crazy? This is
What?
my first interview.
Really?
We got the exclusive. Shout out to that.
Yeah, and I'm super shy, so it's like
No, keep going, man. This one of them things. It's like riding a bike. Just keep doing it. It'd be repetitive because you got the aura. You got the star personality. I see it. You know what I
you
mean. So
think.
just keep breaking out of your shell. You know what I mean. Use all that to your advantage and do what you got to
Mm-hmm.
do. You got it.
You ain't messing. You ain't come on here name drop
Yeah.
all that.
You
That's
already understand the basics.
I like to keep my business to myself. Like I don't like,
when
That's
your
you.
birthday.
September 15th.
Okay. Happy belated
What?
birthday.
That's my
Oh,
brother's birthday.
Oh.
Hey
oh, he's
Virgo.
a Virgo. We gonna
Yeah.
be lit.
Y'all alright, man. Virgo's alright.
Talk about what's your sign?
I'm a Cancer, best sign in the world.
I mean, y'all cool, but I feel like Virgos is better.
I mean, y'all cool. That is crazy. That is crazy, man. But no, this is a great conversation, man. I wish you best of luck on what you got going on, man. If
Thank
you
you. I appreciate you guys for having me.
for sure.
Nice seeing you. Take care.
You too. Good luck.
Yeah. I don't even know how to get off this.
She
She's
was
so
cool.
cute.
She was cool.
Shout out to Nyla. We dropping Prison Bay. Calling her Nyla.
Nyla, from now on.
From now on, shout out to Nyla. I didn't know she's from the crib. That's what's up.
Mm. Chicago be birthing. Everything really comes from. That's what Sherm gonna say.
Mhm.
Sherm Dill Chicago story.
Yeah,
Ain't dope come from Chicago.
it does. It does.
Mm. I forgot to ask her what she listening to.
Well,
Mm.
is that where we're going with this? I feel like you went on a tangent with that Lori thing, and there were so many great things we could have talked about.
I mean, it's up to y'all. Y'all want to close out? We got at least 30 more minutes. We do say we end at 3-ish.
All right, let's get it. You gonna let us pick, or you gonna pick the topic?
Y'all could go ahead and pick. Go what you want to
I'm
go.
gonna let Jay pick. I think Jay should pick because there's one on here. I want to see if she gonna pick it or not.
Hold on. Are you talking about the Meg Thee Stallion thing?
Maybe. If y'all don't know, I ain't finna put Jay out there like
I don't hate the girl, okay? I don't hate her. I'm not
that.
hating
Jay,
her.
you gonna say about
I think it's
your
very
opinion on that
fitting
song?
of her to make a song where she in the video she act like a snake because that's just my opinion though. The new song Cobra. I think the name is called the name of the song is called
You
Cobra.
should bring the visual up too, Shay, while Jay giving her spiel.
Oh Lord Jesus. I just really feel like I just really feel like I don't know. I want to like her, but it's not happening for me. I like some of her songs. There's some songs that I like from her that I will listen to while I'm getting ready. But baby, you talking about yo pussy depressed? who wants to hear that? Like, and it just like it furthermore proves the point that people make about her, which is that she's always talking about her vagina. That's what people talk about.
But was that all she talked about today? I think that's a very
Well, she
biased.
talked about her boyfriend cheated too, but I feel like this like I don't know.
She talked about being depressed as a
Why
woman.
she
I heard.
always got to throw everybody under the bus?
Is that what it is?
Yes, it
I
is.
can't wait for this
That
girl to do
man
something.
held you
But you know
down.
what? You know what I learned about you, Jay? You will stand on what you stand on, but you do give people other chances because you used to couldn't stand Ari. Now Ari, your girl. You post
Oh
Ari
yeah, I
Fletcher
did not
story
could
every other
stand
day.
her. She just,
She was bitter
she
baby
just.
mama from the rooter
You
to the
know what changed
tutor.
my mind? I'm gonna tell you what changed my mind about Ari. When I seen her live at the Carisha, I'm very good at reading people, like in maybe not camera wise, but like in person. I feel like I'm very good at reading people. And she just like when I saw her in person at the Carisha Please live show, it just made me look at her so different, and it actually made me feel like she's actually a genuine person, and everything that she was saying prior to that, there was some truth to it. So that's what made me actually grow to really like her, because I feel like there was some truth. The reason why I did not care for her was that statement that she made last year about domestic violence. Like that's the reason why I wasn't really feeling her. As far as Meg is, I don't think I'm gonna ever
Run
like
the
her. I
tape.
just feel like she corny.
Let's run the tape and then let's see what we think about this.
Okay.
Shay pulling it up because it's a
Pigtails round his neck, but this ain't domestic. Ayy, think it's going down. Now he stand corrected. Ayy, this pussy depressed. I'm about to stress him. Ayy, damn, I got problems. Never thought a bitch like me would ever hit rock bottom. Man, I miss my parents. Way too anxious. Always cancel my plans. Pulled up, caught him cheating, getting his dick sucked in the same spot I'm sleeping. Lord, give me a break. I don't know how much more.
I'm saying
She fucked up Cardi B career. I'm blaming Megan Thee Stallion. Cause
part.
Cardi probably chose sides and chose Megan, and now Cardi not gonna get no more hard verses no more.
why not?
Cause that's a ghostwriter. Can't choose side.
Oh, Cardi. She can shoot
Nah,
sides, man.
I don't think that's
Cardi
gonna
ain't gonna.
happen.
If he do that, yeah, I don't think he gonna be girly
Party
like
has a contractual obligation
that.
to
Yeah.
the company that they Cardi is signed to, and that's that. Um,
I just feel like the at least the snippet we just watched, I think it was one. I like the beat, so that made me move a little bit. But I think that it was too. I feel like she just talked real, and I mean, yeah, if you can mix in talking about sex and your vagina and everything else with just real life spiel, like that's hell being a woman, honestly. Like it's so many, like we're layered, you know what I mean? I thought the concept was dope. I think Megan Thee Stallion aside, what she could have talked about, what she didn't talk about, whatever, I think the concept is cool. I'm all for imagery, you know, so just the idea of a cobra shedding its skin and the idea of rebirth, I rocked with that. I think it's that season for a lot of people. You go through literally the darkest times of your life before something amazing happens. And, you know I can relate to that right now. I think a lot of other people I know can. So just seeing someone mainstream kind of put that same message out there, I thought was cool. Y'all ain't impressed.
no,
Okay.
I think
Well,
she's the true to who she is, which is.
mm. Well, I don't
But
know.
other than that,
Let's see. Only thing we could talk everybody spinning the block, which I feel like everybody's been talking about that for weeks. Or we could talk about Cameron. Cause the man's cam on It Is What It Is. Crazy. I think our producer wants to talk about Cameron. Cause Shay already, I see the clip in the arsenal. We finna run it. Can we run it? Let's run it. what's dude name? Joe Smith. Don't give me the line. Yeah,
Joe
Joe Smith's
Smith.
wife. She has different facets. I know one part of her trending last week was because he left her because of her OnlyFans page or something like that. But in this particular clip where she was on the It Is What It Is, would you consider it a podcast, sports show, whatever you want to call it? Cam Mace and their co-host. Forgive me for not remembering the young lady's name. Um, she's on there talking about her massage business, and Cam brings it up, and he's like, "Yeah, you got your massage business, so you get to choose. I'm a client. You get to choose who gives me a massage, or you have to sign them." She said, "Oh, you have a preference," and he hit her with, "So can you come give me a massage if I fly you out? Because your cleavage is just so distracting right now. Like your cleavage is all just getting on that with this man wife, like in front of the world on this TV show. He at work and he just flirting with her, and I just thought it was so inappropriate from like 6 different angles. And Cam, I think Cam is a controversial person, but I don't know what y'all think.
Well, let's take her being a wife out the picture. She's a woman. And regardless of whatever she has on, I just feel like men are so corny when it comes because we see this a lot in general. As women, we experience these things where we can have something on and it's like you act like you ain't never seen a woman before with some titties and some ass. Like I just feel like at some point in time, grow up. Like how old are you pointing something like that out? It's a normal thing that women have. She looked great. You could have just said, "You look great. I would love to have fly you out." You could have said anything other than that, but you pointed that out, and you don't know if that made her feel uncomfortable or not. Regardless of, I think a lot of the times with women who are very comfortable with their bodies and maybe do things to show off that she says she had an OnlyFans. So I feel like that limits. Men don't feel like they should respect a woman that does that, and they are more comfortable with saying certain things like that. So I just feel like in general, like you don't know how uncomfortable you made her feel. If she wanted you to point out her cleavage, like we sometimes our cleavage shows and we're not even trying to, make it show. So I just think in general, like that was corny.
I love that you brought up the OnlyFans piece, and I would love to hear what Cody thinks because I think looking at it, one of my questions was, I wonder if he would have tried her in that same way if she wasn't just trending for that. You know what I mean? Like, granted, I don't follow that lady on OnlyFans, but from my understanding, it is like there's sexually explicit content to some capacity on there. So like I feel like people see, especially men, will see a sex worker and think that I can now treat you as less of a woman or less of a human being because the first thing about you that I'm seeing or that I know about you is that you're sexual, when it's like, why can't I still show up in that way and you still give me the same respect, especially if you're really trying to get some, like, because the only person that's really gonna give you some in that case is somebody that's insecure. Like, I can show up, be sexual, and you talk to me crazy, and you'll never get to see how sexual I am. You know what I mean? But like someone else, it might, but I really don't think he would have tried her in that same way if the OnlyFans thing wasn't a component. But I could be wrong. What do
Um,
men think, Mr. McKee?
I don't think he would have.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have. And also to your letter, to your point, I think a lot of times men talk themselves out of situations because, like,
100%.
men always talk themselves out of vagina. I trust me, men always talk themselves out of vagina. In a situation like that, like I think he was foul. One, because she's married, and two, like don't come at a like.
He was treating her like a $2 hoe.
Yeah, he was treating like and it's like
What it is.
yo, that's nah. I think that shit was foul, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's just foul, and I I'm just come from a cloth like you treat people with the initial respect of just being humanity and just being, you know what I'm saying, kind no matter what they do, as long as they're not coming to you disrespectful or they're not doing something ill and will like they did some touching on kids or beating on elderly and women and shit.
Because let men tell it. We see this a lot with men saying things like, "Oh, well, she don't respect herself, so why do I gotta respect her? Or I don't need to respect her. She don't respect her body. Why do I?" And I just feel like at the end of the day, that's not your call to like. You still have to have integrity. If you don't agree with what she does, that doesn't mean you have to treat her any type of way.
I'm a man. I've been a man for a lot of years on this earth, and I've never heard a man use that line.
I've seen that. We read comments all the time where they're bringing up women's sexuality or the way women. present themselves, and it's, oh well, you don't respect yourself, so I'm not gonna respect you.
I've never seen that. I've seen people bring up their sexualities. I've seen people have something to say about women's sexuality. Right now, there's trending. This dude just made a video about sexy red sexuality, and it's trending right now. I've seen that, but I've never seen someone say, because having an opinion on something doesn't mean I don't. I'm disrespecting. You know what I'm saying? I might not think of highly of you, or I might not think if you gonna be this wifey material, but that doesn't mean that I'm disrespecting you. You know what I mean? I'm just voicing an opinion of how I feel about how you present yourself. What Cameron did was disrespectful, blatantly disrespectful. Like you highlighting that a married woman on your show based off because she worked on OnlyFans. Like that's highly disrespectful. Me saying that I don't like a woman because she does OnlyFans and that's not cool, or I don't like Sexy Red. That's not me saying I'm disrespecting Sexy Red. That's saying I'm just verbally my opinion on what's going on. So no, I don't.
No, oh,
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
yeah.
No, I don't say for sure, but I think to Jay's point, there are people that will say like, I don't like her, and then there's the and part, and I don't have to, and I'm not going to respect her because I interpret how she presents herself as her not respecting herself. It's similar. It's not the exact same thing, and I don't mean to get too deep, so like we could keep it rolling. But like I think about sexual assault victims. They're really quick to villainize sexual assault victims who might have been wearing like a mini skirt or might have been wearing like a bra or something at the time of their assault. The first question they'll ask them was, why were you wearing that? Like, I don't care if I was standing here booty hole naked. That doesn't give you the right to sexually assault me. And I think it's a similar concept. And like people think that because you present yourself a certain way, they can treat you lesser than. When it's like, no.
I've never experienced that, so I don't want to go too deep on that because I've never seen somebody tell a sexual assault victim, "Why are you wearing that?"
Wow.
Oh, we've absolutely,
That's
women
one
have
of the
absolutely
things that
experienced
come
that.
forward.
Not
Yeah.
even,
I,
not even on a matter of,
One
oh,
of the
they,
things.
it could be a violation of touch. I've had that happen to me, and the person that I told that to told me, "Well, what were you wearing?"
Mhm. That's
okay,
the
so
first freaking question
That's
I've
the
ever.
first
So let's
question
break
that they
it.
ask when you shouldn't
Let's
be
break it
wearing your
down. Break
leggings.
it down. I want to make sure as we speak, and I want to make sure I'm speaking on this properly. When you say sexual assault, I'm thinking of in my mind. This is almost I'm thinking in my mind like actual you know what I'm
There's
saying,
rape,
rape,
there's molestation,
like shit.
there's
Like I'm not
Touching
talking about.
someone.
I'm not talking when I. That's what I when I'm coming to my mind like actual like really gruesome rape.
yeah. There's a range. So there
Yes,
is the really, really gruesome stuff, but to Jay's point, like an inappropriate touch, if someone were to
inappropriate.
come up to and grope a woman's breast, or like the one I hate when you walking through the club and niggas think they can feel on your booty.
Hmm.
Don't play with me like that. Like
Yeah.
don't do that. You know what I mean? But like when you're not even finna try to justify that. Now there's a difference if we standing there, we talking, we vibing, maybe we about to dance or something, but you literally you're a predator when you just women who don't even know you, they're not even looking at you. I didn't even see you. I'm just on a mission, and now your hand is literally scraping across my butt or trying to grope my booty cheek. Cody, don't make me look at you sideways on this live. You are not about to justify that. PR does not approve. I think you should just stay quiet.
I'm going to say this when we're talking about club party culture.
Um, you're part of the problem if you finna say what I think to say.
I can't say I agree, nor do I can say I disagree with that type of culture because in that particular setting, just how just how it's people that be like, "Yo, I don't like that." It's a lot of people that welcome that.
So find you somebody that does. Speak to, you know what
Especially
I want you to speak to? I want you to speak to the two examples I just gave. There's two different
the
examples. Am I
reason
standing in front of your face dancing with you, or am I walking past?
No, the reason why I say we can't, I don't want to act. This is a great every situation when you're in that environment because in that environment, no one's in their right mind to actually. Not no one. It's people in that probably in their right mind. Probably some people in that sober. But you're talking about a club party environment where there's probably a lot of drugs, alcohol involved. So
So
like
let me ask you something.
that part of them that lust that part is in the ass coming out, so people doing it, they doing certain shit. Now, what I'm saying, does it make it right if you feel violated? No. But what I'm saying is that sometimes that can be a real great area. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's like me walking up to you and grabbing your penis while you like come. That's unwarranted, right?
saying though,
But
that's what,
that's true
no,
though. It's
no.
unwarranted though, right?
So
If you did that to me in that setting, it's a 50-50 chance that I might be a guy and that be like really the based on I'm gonna just say like this really
okay.
and men view this so many different ways and women do it too. I could probably say that, so I'm just keeping it on 50-50. But it's a 50-50 chance that might be something I like, and I'll be like, damn, shorty, we out of here. Or that can be something that like, damn, shorty, why you just do that to me?
But let me paint the
That
scene for
environment, it's like in it, that environment is weird. Like when you're in a club party environment, you got people doing drugs, cocaine, pills, ecstasy, liquor. Like that environment is weird. Asses everywhere, women shaking ass, women touching on other women that they don't know.
yeah, I
There's
need you.
a lot of shit going on in the parties. I'm just saying that. But if you don't like that shit and then somebody does it to you, that doesn't mean it was not inappropriate. See what I'm saying?
Right. You're right. It's inappropriate totally. But to Jay's example, right? To speaking to you as a man, you just said it's a 50-50 chance either we out of here or I'm gonna be like, damn, why you I think that if that was to happen randomly, right? Like you walking past this girl, you know what I mean? Like you ain't even see this girl. Y'all ain't made no eye contact. Ain't nobody been in no area. There's nothing for you to even think she's giving you a vibe, or for her to think you're giving her a vibe. You don't even know she exists in this party, and she randomly just grabs your penis. Even if you end up thinking she cute, at first you're gonna be like, "What the hell?" It's going to she's violating you. There was no signal, no nothing. You know what I mean? You standing there and existing, and in her eyes, looking good, looking handsome. Oh, look at his head shining. Whatever she might think about you, that doesn't mean don't do too much. That doesn't mean that you know what I mean. Like that gives her the go ahead to just go up and grope you. And I think that's my point. That's Jay's point. Like it's foul. Now there's a I understand what you're saying about the setting, but the setting in your example only really starts to matter when there's some sort of vibe, when there's a
Yeah,
message. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like I'm not walking past, I know you exist in this party. I've been throwing you the eye all night. I've been trying to walk past and see what you gonna do.
There's an
There's a
energy too,
difference.
but even if there is an energy, we still going back to there is no blurred lines when it comes to sexual assault or
Yes.
violation at all. There's none. There's
I don't
nothing you
want
could
I don't want
possibly say.
I
Doesn't
don't
matter
want
how
to group
many
the
drugs
two.
you take or what
I
drink,
don't want to
because
group.
guess what? There's people that have defended themselves for raping a woman or doing whatever because they were drinking. So you can't justify that.
No, that's not justifiable at all. Not just justifiable at all. But what I'm saying is you can't group. If we're gonna talking about it's levels to certain shit, right? And it's just
The whole point is consent,
it's
though. At the end of the day, that's what it
it's
comes down
having
to.
a Shay goes back to that tough conversation shit. Having a tough conversation and saying that you can't group certain things. Certain things have levels to it, right? So I don't play the sexual assault game. I take that very serious because a lot of people very close to me this has happened to them, right? So I understand that, right? I also understand sexual violation. I understand the violation of somebody grabbing a penis or grabbing an ass or grabbing a titty. You know what I'm saying? Or being too strong when they want you to come dance with them. I understand that like you doing too much. Like, I understand the fact that you doing too much, right? I also understand that well, that part of the spectrum, we're gonna say the one when it's at the lowest rank. At the one part of the spectrum, when you in somebody personal space with violated, I do understand if you doing that shit in the club or if you. I was just talking to one of my homegirls today. She was talking to me about being at Carnival. She like Carnival is a place where you are just free. It's at like clubs times 10. Everybody getting no ass like that. It's like you out here, you in the movement. But let's say if you get out here and get behind a girl and she like you in the space. So I understand when you in certain environments, it can be a gray area, right? All I'm saying is that gray area or not, you can't argue nobody's feelings. So even at the end of the day, like if we out in the party and something like that, and the man want to see Cindy kind of thick, and he want to rub on her ass, it might be a dude. She look back and be like, "All right," and it might she look back and it might go off. How she feels, it depends. It don't matter. It depends on how she feels. But once you leave that situation, I feel like once you leave that over, right? That's it's one of those things where you got to be like, you also got to take accountability. Like, yo, we look where we at. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Look where we at.
No. Absolutely not.
Where we
Absolutely
at?
not.
Go to the next topic.
No,
'Cause Jay finna go
no,
off.
Where we
no,
at?
no,
Look where we
no. The
look.
whole point is no. The whole point of anything is consent. Whatever is sexual. Doesn't matter if you're touching somebody, if you're kissing somebody. It could be something. Even when you ask,
I just say
even
look where we
when,
at. Look,
even when you go up to a woman and you want to buy her a drink, don't you ask her, "Hey, do you want a drink?" What is the?
me is different. I was raised different.
But I'm saying in
I was
general,
raised
men
different.
ask if they know how to ask you to buy a drink. You mean to tell me they don't know? Like,
Everybody don't know how to ask you to buy a drink. Everybody don't know how to communicate and have a game and know how to go talk to a woman. Every woman don't know how to play her position with when it comes to a man. Every woman, some women just know to throw that ass. Some women just know to be aggressive. Some women do the most. Like every man do. So it's a great area because you're in a space when I'm talking about you got drugs, alcohol, it's everything going around, and you dealing with different people that's not in their right
well,
mind.
then at
And
the end of the day, it
everybody
comes
in it,
down
it's
to
temptation. It's a temptation leading environment.
at the end of the day, it comes down to one thing. Men need to have education on what is considered consent. Because at the end of the day, there would not be no gray areas if men were educated on these things. Because as women, we have to deal with these things all the time. We have to deal with the unnecessary catcalling and the harassment and the like. There's so many layers to this. It goes beyond just okay. You want to touch me or you want to have sex with me. There's so many other things that we deal with. So I feel like if men were educated on these things, there would be no gray area. It would be, oh, I need to keep my hands to myself until I'm warranted to be able to do so.
In the perfect world, yes, right. But in the world we live in, when you say catcalling, and that we're talking about this environment, club environment. You put ourselves in this environment. That's a lot different from you being on the street and he's doing that. You know what I'm saying? Or you like it's you different. I'm going space off the environment, right? If you put people in certain environments, like it's a complete like that club scene, and that's probably the only one I will ever get like pushed back and like really go because I see it in real time. I see it with the people that be so stand up is one day, women and men that be so stand up and think like how you thinking and move like this, but they just one of these days they just having a day when they free and they like they out of body because they got a little drink in their system. They smoking like it's something they getting out of body and they doing something that's out of turn. So I like that environment is never like because no everybody in that environment when you in them type of environments with all that extra like I say alcohol, cocaine, drugs, whatever, by the tension, hormones, all that shit together. There's and music. No one's on the same playing field. It's like no 90% of the people in the spot not even in their right mind. Problem.
I think what's kind of getting lost here because I don't want it to sound like because I think you've made your stance, Cody. Like you acknowledge that it's never okay. You know what I mean? Like sexually assault someone is never okay. So I don't want that to get lost in translation and you just breaking down the environment. But I don't want Jay's point to get lost either. Of like even with the environment as adults, like you're supposed to understand certain concepts and know that because it's never okay. Like it's not going to be excusable. But I think how we get to the next piece of it, like not even just the next piece of the conversation, but just like the next piece in these instances. I get what you mean. Like it's one of them situations where you in these environments and sometimes you don't know until you try, right? Like how you said, it's all about how the person gonna turn around and respond. Like don't when that person turn around and responds and they don't like what you did to them, don't villainize them for it or don't use the club as the excuse. Take your accountability. I tried, I shot my shot, my bad. That was wrong. You know what I mean? Like, because to your point, I don't know how they might not know how to say, damn, I think you fine, let's get up out of here. You know what I mean? But like, so your way of telling me you think I look good is rubbing my booty. But when I turn around and I tell you keep your motherfucking hands to yourself, sorry, you know what you say, damn, little mama, my bad, you right about that. Like, have a good night, beautiful. Like, don't that's where we need to start getting to the places of like I understand what you're saying, but because it doesn't make it right, let's not turn into a thing and act like I'm the crazy one because I didn't like being touched just because I was in the club.
Yeah, I don't think that was never my stance. Like it's crazy because you feel that way. That you ain't want to be
Yeah.
like your feelings is your feelings, but you know what I'm saying. When you go there, you know it's like when we go to certain neighborhoods, right? If you finna go party in Inglewood, right? or like in the heart of Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Inglewood because there's some good spots over there. You know what I'm saying? But it's it's certain blocks and neighborhoods you're not supposed to go, right? And like when you go over there, you know that you bumping into somebody or you saying something out of pocket to somebody or your friction with somebody can turn to something a little different in this environment than it would if you was in an environment somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's something you just gotta like shit could just happen. It's like like, but you can be being you and reacting how you react in all situations. But certain environments, it's like it's like this shit can fly over here. Like if you partying with, I like to call them U of I folks. If you partnering with some of them, certain shit you can say, joke, and get away with, right? I see it. They do a lot of little corny shit, a lot of shit you can joke away and get away with. You go to certain other places, just you even raising your tone might end up being a fight with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or issue with somebody, or you joking about this. You know what I'm saying? So environments play a lot, and I just use the club. I just really want people to just pay attention to that because a lot of instances happen, and a lot of fucked up shit happen. Like I don't know if that skin bone shit was on. I think we talked about that last week, right? But like that was a big thing because based off environment, because it was Halloween parties happening all across the city. Our party, right? A guy didn't get in our party. People was security was on bullshit at our party. You know what I'm saying? And people, the type of crowd and the environment we had, people just said, "Fuck it, I want my money back." In that environment, it went left because dude like, nah, y'all put me out doing this. Now he came and shot it up. You know what I'm saying? So it just be them environments. But yeah, you right, Jay. I'm sorry. Sexual assault, it's never okay. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, once you realize you gotta realize like, nah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Nah, don't grab my dick. Nah, don't rub my ass. You know what I'm saying? You got it. Just you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Well, we got a little deep. Can we end on a light note? I think our producer has a video cue. That's cool with you.
Dang, we not finna do what we listening to.
We no. We're gonna end on
Oh,
that. But I was talking about topics. Did y'all see
I guess we
Northwest?
can.
First of all, you gotta love little
Lil
kid.
Kanye.
Girl, for that she really is. She is really
He
baby
really is
Kanye,
Lil
and I love that
Kanye.
for her so much. And it's kids are impressionable, so her getting on her mama case, talking about why we don't got an apartment, daddy got an apartment, daddy don't got all these things. If only she knew I want her house and that chef, she could give me
Okay.
too. But I feel right, like kids are simple. But I feel like not West, North had a very interesting snack. Can we run the video? Because this one of the ones, if you know, you know. So
Yeah.
let me find out. If you know, you know. She getting all the knowledge. But shout out to Northwest, to the Kardashians. I love that she's baby Kanye, and I think she had a really dope Halloween costume.
She's dope. She is so dope. Just in general, she's such a free spirit. She just
I think one of the things
honest.
we I don't know if y'all got to talk about it last week by the time I tuned in, but remember her magazine cover, and they asked her like, so
Yeah.
who's your fashion inspiration? And she said me. And I think
Hmm.
that is so cool. And I hope every little girl, every little boy, like around the world, like gets that kind of confidence instilled in them. Like you can be your own icon. I think that's dope.
That my
Yeah.
son did that to me one time. I was talking
Really?
about Nipsey Hussle. Yes, I was talking about Nipsey Hussle. I was like, he's a great man. Like you want to be like trying to give him examples of like a good man. He goes, I'm gonna be like me. Like, and he said it so like he was like, I'm gonna be like me. Like
I know that's right.
that's cool. He a great man, but I'm gonna be me.
Shout out to him. That's dope. That's dope. I like that.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. Like, man, confidence is everything, man. Confidence.
Mhm.
I think, and just to end out this note, parents, if y'all got parents with kids, like please, well, if you're a parent, you got kids, but please install confidence in your kids, especially young men. Like, yeah, young men need to know like they him, and they need to know to have that confidence because that's gonna bleed out into the world. And Kanye is probably one of the most confident people in the world, so you can see that he's teaching his kids that his daughter that. So that's
Yeah,
dope to see. That's really dope to see.
I
So
agree. Starts young.
starting while they young. Uh, so what y'all been listening to? Give us some new music before we get up out of here.
I'm just really
Mm.
excited to talk about this album because this album is amazing. I don't know if anybody had the chance to listen to the new Lady London album. It was a conceptual album on astrological signs.
Ooh.
And each song on the album goes is like dedicated to each different sign. So it starts off with like Cap, then it goes to Aquarius, and then it goes on and on and on. I just think it was a really dope concept, but the songwriting and the actual like the flow of the album, everything was put together very well. Even the rollout, she had her little rollout where she had the different signs with the little tarot card saying like Leo do this, this, and this, and Aquarius this, and this. So I thought that was actually pretty dope. And she had three Chicago artists on there too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she had Jeremiah, Dreezy, and Tink on the album.
Okay.
So, and my favorite song off the album is featuring Jeremiah. So I like it. It was a really good album.
What did you think of the song she wrote for your son?
It was featuring Capella Gray. Capella's one of my favorite R&B artists, but the album the song was really good. It definitely um I think it's because I'm a cuss baby, so like can sometimes I feel more like Cancer side, and sometimes I feel more Leo side. I feel like I related to both of them pretty well. The Leo side of the song, it was like pretty much she talking about like act like you know who I am, act like you know like that I'm her, and I like that because it's very like on brand for Leo. Like sometimes we don't always get the good end of the stick because people don't recognize how much value we bring to things,
Mhm.
but it's just like I don't know. It's just give you a little like yeah, act like you know. But I think it was very on brand for each sign.
I'm a cuss baby. It's nice to know I'm not alone. Like literally, there's some zodiacs that will try to even say that I'm a Pisces because my birthday is 21st in March. But like all of the main ones, like I'm an Aries for sure. So I'm.
Yeah,
You got me. Like you just told it to me to go give it a listen. Like I like Lady London in general. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
But I didn't even know she dropped a project. So you just told me to go listen because I want to see if she did Aries right.
Well, you know what? Let me say this because a lot of people felt like she dropped a project not too long. I think it was like last year or something, and people were saying that like she was really known for her freestyling, but like they said she couldn't make a song. Like the songs that she was making, she just was not hitting. And I agree. Like some of them songs were not that great, but I think this album really, it really showed her pen, like how good she got with her pen, and so yeah, it's a dope album.
That's lit. That's lit. That's lit. That's lit.
What about you?
Cindy,
Um, I ain't gonna lie to you. I got things I want to listen to because, to be honest, I think that's part of my problem. I'm really trying to think. Like, I really ain't been listening to music. Um, I've been kind of just like in the crib, out the way, and a lot of the times, like I usually put like my albums on and stuff like in the car. So if I whatever I have been listening to, like even when I travel, I think I just played like one of my old playlists. So nothing pops out, but I'm looking forward to giving Jeezy's album a listen. That's probably the top thing right now that I'm looking forward to giving a listen. I did check out that new Benny the Butcher and Lil Wayne, and man, like when Wayne be doing his thing, it just remind me of the old days. Like he came hard on that one. That was classic Wheezy for sure. I feel like I got some R&B stuff in the wave, but that's really about it. I will have to go check my title and get back to y'all.
I've been listening to that Jizzle,
Is
straight
it good? I can't wait to listen.
straight Jizzle. It's a double disc. It's too many songs for me.
Okay.
But he got a good 7 to 8 that I'll go back to. So I think that when you give me a good 7 to 8, I rock with it. You got a good 7 to 8 that I rock with. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Jizzle is Jizzle for me. And then CEO Trail. I don't know if y'all familiar with him, but he dropped the project. CEO Trail dropped the project. He got like 3, 4 joints on that project that I rock with. I be listening to. So no problem.
I'll get her to listen to. Y'all know who I actually. So speaking of R&B, I pulled up my title, my playlist. I have a hard time like if I feel like an artist just kind of is like trendy. There's something psychologically like I stay away
Yeah.
from them until like I can have my space to listen
Hmm.
to them on my own. And somebody that I actually want to give a deeper listen to is Mariah the Scientist. I've stayed away from her for a minute, but like a couple songs just been kind of naturally coming on, and I'm like, hold on. So I actually think I'm gonna go back and get some of her stuff to listen. I got that on cue.
She just dropped an album. She dropped the album and Cowboys just dropped the album.
Yeah, and I saw the promo for her album. The album cover's dope. I like the imagery of it. I'm gonna give her a listen. Do y'all listen to her? Is it good? Is it shit?
I
Nah,
like that. That's
Okay.
right there in my shit.
She said no, she don't know. What song?
I don't know.
What song it was, Cody?
Free Thug.
Oh, I
And
like the
Yes.
spread thin.
right there in my record. That's my
Yeah,
joint.
spread thin. That was the one I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go and get this girl to listen.
That's my
I like
joint.
that one. I don't wanna.
Outside, I heard outside.
You know I could sing, so I could be like, I don't wanna.
Then you about to make
Hey,
her
so make sure you tune in
debut
to What's the
album, man.
Buzz. Tune
Y'all
in,
be doing me so dirty on here.
It's
tune in.
okay. I'm gonna buy one. Okay, I'm gonna buy one. Okay, I'm not gonna download it. I'm gonna buy it.
That's because you a real
Okay.
woman. Real
Yes.
women stick together. Cody and his misogynistic ways, we kicking to the curb in 2024. You think you firing us, we really firing you.
Okay. Jay, you heard that right? So,
Unionize.
Jay,
Stand up.
Jay, can we solo this? Can I Michael
You
Jackson?
don't
Real
stop
quick?
being
Can I
disrespectful. I'm
Michael
tell you
Jackson
that
this
right
real
now.
quick?
No.
Can I thriller this real quick?
Mm. Don't work that way.
It don't work
Shay's on the
that way.
women's side, if you didn't
We
know.
could vote you out for sure.
Literally.
Can I? Can I? Can, y'all ever seen Michael Jackson?
What's the word? Have a
And
board.
Brent Fayez.
Just a
Yeah, I've been
board of
listening to
members
Brent
of
Fayez.
people.
I love him so much, and I think his new songs are great.
It's decent. It's decent. I
I
probably
think the project was decent. It didn't give me best Brent Fayez ever, but it had some little slappers. And I like all his old. Brent Fayez is timeless. Most of his music is timeless.
I feel like I'm Shay, you ever seen Michael Jackson when he was doing We Are the World? That's giving them vibes.
Literally, you don't take
Like
nothing.
it's like that's how you go. That's how you go see that. Mike look like he was not fucking with us. Shit, shout out to MJ. That's the best artist of all time.
I get my MJ back. Yeah, who y'all think gonna replace him?
Nobody.
Yeah.
People been buzzing.
Nobody. Only person that could come close to that is the greatest artist of all time. Ah,
Beyonce. I think Beyonce is the only one. She's the last. Unless
She's the
somebody
only
come
one
up
that the
behind
greats
her.
will embrace. Like
Huh?
the great, I said she's the only one that the other greats will embrace.
Yes.
But
Yes.
like they're not gonna give anybody else the throne. Like
if,
that, like I see Usher, he ain't gonna get the throne.
Yeah,
if
he's
Kanye,
not. It's
if
not.
Kanye would have never started doing all that tweaking shit, Kanye would have been in that conversation. But I think
If
the
Chris Brown would have never done that tweaking shit,
I was gonna say Chris
he would have
Brown,
been in the
definitely.
Chris Brown is a big if because Chris Brown still haven't gave us the body of work.
What about Rihanna? If
Uh,
Rihanna came back consistently, no.
nah, I think that
I love her to death.
that gap she took off. Kanye, the impact Kanye's had on to make him the greatest artist of all time. You're talking about his artistry with fashion. You're talking about how he composed music. Like he took like Kanye West to me and giving me those stuff. Kanye West to me is Quincy Jones as Quincy Jones actually did sung songs. Like how Quincy Jones is like arguably one of the best composers of all time. Like that's what all Kanye West does with music. He composed. Like he gets the best parts of different people and puts a masterpiece together. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
can see it.
so that's what he just be tweaking. But shout out to Ye. And if y'all at home, if y'all got some music and y'all want to get on the platform and y'all want us to look at y'all like we look at Ye and Beyonce potentially, um, submit your music to What's the Buzz. We go live every Tuesday. Go to what's the word.tv. Submit your learning the ropes in this game and being around some industry professionals like myself, Cindy, and alumni like Shay
Mhm.
Herbo, who producing.
Hey, I went there too.
Coming to Jay Marie
And don't forget Bree Specific holding it down.
and Bree Specific. All people are alumni. All people from that institution that's bringing you fine content like you watching today. This was a great live, y'all. This is my first live back. This was a great.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We missed you, low key, even though you be making me mad sometimes. We
Jay
missed
speaks
you.
for herself.
We did.
But
I
what
had a
we'll
little color to
do,
the live.
do you? I think we got a couple more shows before the holiday, but make sure y'all grabbing y'all tickets for the Black Wednesday party too. Night before Thanksgiving is going up. And if you're anything like me, and usually Thanksgiving is your responsibility, be careful because 2 years ago before Thanksgiving, I went out the night before. When I tell you Thanksgiving dinner didn't get done till like 6 p.m. I put them day it's because you have the luxury of just showing up. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm on y'all team this year.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm showing
Ain't no
up.
Thanksgiving at my house. I don't got no. I don't know nobody. Invite me to y'all houses. Can I come? Can I come with y'all?
Yeah, she killed ticket sales. This is what I always do like her. She killed ticket. She's telling people that, oh, damn, you know what? I gotta cook. I might not even be cooking. Come on, they ain't come.
You didn't even have to point that out because I'm not. Because half these people that's coming ain't cooking. Don't do that. This is still great marketing. Okay, buy y'all tickets for Black Wednesday. We'll see y'all Wednesday, November 22nd. Row 24 is going up. DJ with a thrill. DJ Indulgence. We outside, baby. Get them tickets, early bird tickets now, because when they're gone, they are gone.
That was a
And
good
Daddy's gonna
plug.
be there.
That was a great plug, Cindy.
Thank you, Jay. I love when I have genuine
She
people
did
that
it. She
support
did
me
it better than
and block
Cody.
my haters off.
Cody, she just took over your whole plug.
Yeah, Shay. Remove the
Haters never prosper, Cody. It's okay.
I got y'all. So closing out, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you think you by yourself, but you ain't even do it right. So we're still here.
How they still here?
Don't worry about it.
Because
You was on a production.
Yeah. Nah, y'all gone. Hey, let's get up out of here, man. Let's get up out of here.
All right, y'all. Have a blessed week. Happy hump day. This was great, y'all. Everybody out there.